Aoife just lights up the room when you come into it. She's a beautiful, beautiful little girl. She's just very, very special, very, very special. So school was close to finishing. It was near the end of June. It was actually the 21st of June. And my friend had invited us out to their home. So the kids could have a little play date and swim and play around. Aoife was 4 at that time. And then there was, my friend's child was also in the pool. There was only 2 adults. So we really need to keep counting heads. The usual thing that kids do, they were jumping, splashing, playing games. I was being a monster at a time, and they were having great fun, as every day should be. And turned around and counted heads, and there was 4 instead of 5. So we looked quickly, and I said to my friend, "Who's missing?" And I tried to ask Shane if there was somebody that had gone to the toilet or whatever, no. And it was quite a big pool, and I was trying to really see who it was, and then finally we discovered it was Aoife. It turned from calmness into frantic, going, "Well, where's Aoife?" And we got louder and louder, "Where's Aoife?" And then it turned to screaming. And then the kids were getting hysterical, and then nobody could see her. Just to clarify, I was about 10 feet from Aoife in the pool, maybe not, say 8 to 10 feet. And what had happened was basically then my friend saw her submerged, so halfway down from the level of the pool, there was like a vacuum cleaning system. At that point, every mother's stomach sinks, even your heart just sinks and your stomach just buckles. Aoife, her arm had got sucked into a vacuum cleaning system and she had become trapped. So my friend was able to get her released, but by the time we got her out of the pool, Aoife was already gone. And then when I actually looked at her, I realised she was gone. And then threw her down onto the side of the pool, on the floor of the pool, at the side of the pool. And basically, it was horrific what I'd seen. So I checked for pulse, there's no pulse. She was like a bluey grey colour, and I knew looking at her that she was gone. Her heart had stopped. So lucky enough, I mean, I'm an occupational therapist, but I haven't been working in Dubai since we've been here. And so years ago in my training we'd done CPR as I worked in the hospital. But I knew, I remembered some of it, what I had to do. So I started mouth to mouth and compressions. But to be honest with you, what I did was I gave her more mouth to mouth and just screaming at God to give her back to me. So I was just, I gave her more air compressions. Whether it was a minute to a minute and a half until she took a breath. It could have, to be honest, been 40 seconds, but for me, it seemed an eternity. So I don't know what the time scale was in terms of when she came back to me. God, it was just, I can't tell you what it was like. She was screaming. So for me and my own medical knowledge, I knew that was a good thing. So then when the ambulance came, which was 20 minutes later, unfortunately, because it was during Ramadan, and also where they lived, the house was hard to find, it's difficult to find. So 20 minutes was a very, very long time. So had I not done CPR, Aoife would not be with us today. She was in intensive care for 3 days, so Aoife was still critical. All she would say to me was, you know, "Mommy, it sucked me in and I couldn't breathe." So, which is awful for a child to say, but thankfully, she has no recollection of anything else. So we're the lucky parents, and my husband and us, we all know that. This, you know, the CPR, the training that I had, God given her back to me with great faith, and Aoife, I think, who herself is meant to be here to do very special things on this earth, so thank God. I would highly encourage everybody to do CPR training, because even I had to update. I had the basic skills which I done years ago. Thankfully I didn't forget, but CPR is an utter life skill that everybody on this earth should have, because it might not be your child, it might be your spouse, it could be a parent, it could be somebody on the street, but it's an essential life skill that I can't stress it enough. And we never know when we're going to need it.